felt to me like it was a no-brainer, really, that this is the way to go, and this was the thing that I needed to get involved with. It was the environmental movement that was for me.
We didn't say transition is a good idea, come and join us. We actually said, what are people interested in?
It's the key to any community action is just the people who are wanting things to change are the community.
Transition works through community engagement by inspiring people. They move from a feeling of helplessness when faced with the overwhelming size of the climate change problem and what can I do as an individual and what difference will that make.
We did our community survey and we had our 60% uptake in that, which was just amazing. So the community are really supportive, and I think they're looking for ways that they can improve how they live and live more sustainably.
As people get involved, they get less worried and they get more positive about the idea that they're also contributing to lower carbon.
Raising people's perception and awareness, that is a key factor. But the other side of it is, it's about having fun.
By getting that wonderful resource of the community to come together, all the ideas that the community have, and getting them to feel actually responsible rather than waiting for somebody else to initiate from above. That feels to me to be very powerful. Growth from the bottom up, because then you're taking responsibility, you feel proud, and you find solutions.
We've got the markets to sell the things. We need to teach people the skills, and we've got the place to grow the things. When the time comes that basically people will need the garden whether they want to or not, we're in a position that we've got the seed stocks here.
The main activity we've been doing is some maps that kind of covers different areas of the town. We've found that a lot of people don't actually realise that there's a path that will connect them from one bit to another, or they don't realise that the bus leaves every 30 minutes. It's all this information that people haven't got that we're trying to give to them.
We have a home energy project called Switched On, Switching Off, which is involved in 2 tenement streets in South Edinburgh. We're also conducting a renewable energy feasibility study and other energy surveys in the street to find out what the best options for people are to save energy in their home.
We're just starting to think about what we could do to make a CSA happen in the town. Community supported agriculture, CSA, is one way of thinking about it is as kind of a box scheme but with more commitment. So basically you're agreeing to buy your vegetables, for example, although it can be other things like bread or beer or anything else really, agreeing to buy from one producer for say a year so that the producer knows what they're going to get paid and you know that you're going to get a certain share each week.
There's people looking into sustainable economics, different ways of using money and possible local currencies. We also have an outreach and communications project. They do work on community mapping to find out what's already happening in the area. So, you know, we're not starting from scratch when there's already projects happening.
One of our main areas at the moment is looking at renewable energy, because we've just worked on a bulk solar thermal project. And what we're wanting now is to build into that a small profit margin so that that money can be then reinvested for new renewable projects.
Pedal can go forward as its own initiative and be self-funding in the future. I think there's enough creativity within this community, there's enough skills within Portobello to actually make that a reality.
The resilience is now happening through actually really on-the-ground events that are kind of self-sustaining in that way, so the market can become financially self-sustaining rather than requiring a huge volunteer effort. So I think that's the shift, is from a focus on events to focusing on really productive activity, but it's certainly not focusing on carbon emissions. And resilience comes through shifting from that focus on carbon emissions to focusing on actually what do we need.
Historically, communities have been carved out of decision making by local government, by private organisations, by entrepreneurs, and I think what we want to do is take a community approach to being entrepreneurs.